Good afternoon, everybody, and coming to you again today with a few updates. First of all, I got a haircut. I mean, amazing. Man, I felt like I had a lot of weight come off the top of my head. Anyway, it's kind of nice getting back to a normal or relatively normal situation. So thanks for hanging in there, everybody, and I just wanted to start with congratulating you all on a very good May, considering the environment that we're in. We beat our revised forecast for every single department. So we did a revised forecast based on the current environment, and I'm really pleased that how we finished the month. Service was down 44% over May of 2019. Repair order traffic was only down 29% though on guest pay, how many people are coming in the doors. Parts was down just 39%. And new vehicles, we actually beat last year by 1 unit. In the group, we sold 247 units in May of 2020 compared to 246 units in May of 19. So great job. Being flat basically year over year in a challenging environment is outstanding. And then the big accolades is our used vehicle department. We actually ended up in May over May of 2019. We're actually up 13% in volume. We sold 407 used vehicles in the month of May compared to 360 last year. Huge. Congratulations, great job. This has given us good momentum to getting back on track this year in the month of June. Next item, team member and guest safety. Still our number one priority. Cases are still increasing in both La Crosse and Winona counties, so we really need your help, gang, to stay diligent with our sanitation efforts. The facility and work areas, making sure that we're hitting those often to keep them clean. Our guest vehicles, very important. Hand washing, social distancing away from 6 feet away from each other and our guests. And then reminder on the mask policy that we introduced. If a guest has a mask on, we have to put a mask on as team members, unless you're behind a protective barrier. Also, F&I is required to have a mask on or behind the barrier at all times, regardless if our guests have a mask on or not. And if you're working in close quarters in your area, and it's very difficult to abide by the social distancing standard, we ask that you please wear a mask. Recently, our support team here in Holmen has instituted that mask policy because of that. So the way forward plan and a few updates that I want to talk to you about. We've got a current business reality of what the new normal is. And there's a certain reality that our business is looking much different going forward. And we've seen this trend, obviously, over the past few months. There have been some great things that have come for this. We focused on your health and safety as much as possible. And we've improved our hours so that you have more time with your families. When we instituted on my last update, our new hours starting June 1st. So those are good things. But we've also had to make some very difficult decisions on how best to run our business with this new normal. Our hope from the beginning was that we would not have to make any permanent layoffs. As we evaluated our business to ensure that we are right-sized for this new normal, we did have to make some difficult decisions to make some permanent layoffs. Well, we are fortunate this affected only a small percentage of our overall team members. It doesn't make it any less difficult. It's by far the most difficult decision that I, as your leader, and our team leads have to make in our job and in our career is when we have to let people go. Please know that we looked at every way possible, every option possible, and we waited as long as we possibly could before making this difficult decision. We wish those affected the very best in your transition and the next chapter in your career. I can tell you from a family's perspective, We talked a lot about this before making this difficult decision. It's not easy, but it is an important thing to do as we chart our way forward. The next item is One Team Fund. Just a reminder that the One Team Fund is out there, and that if you're in need of support and financial hardship, please submit an application. The application is simplified, it's easy, so please submit. If you're having any issues, please submit an application. We're reviewing these very quickly and getting funds out to you. And then finally, I just want to touch on the recent unrest, the civil unrest that's happening up in Minneapolis and throughout our country and the world right now. And I think it's really important that I reaffirm who we are as an organization. Our vision statement and core values clearly illustrate this and are very pertinent to the time that we're in. In our vision statement, we talk about transforming through valuing individuals. This means that at Dahl Automotive, we treat everyone the same. Our guests, our team, regardless of your position in the company, regardless of your gender, your race, color, nationality, sexual orientation. It doesn't matter, team. Between each other and our guests, we treat everyone the same at Dahl Automotive. It's also on our core value. Treat each other and our guests with integrity and respect. In these times, team, it is so important, and it's an important reminder for all of us. Let Dahl Automotive be an example of unity in the communities that we do business. Let's be the light. Let's be an example of what that looks like. I'll quote a few scripture that I love about talking about being a light in uncertain times and in a certain world. Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds. Matthew 5:16. If we walk in the light, we have fellowship with one another. 1 John 1:7. And finally, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness will never overcome it. John 1:5. Team, I'm very proud of all of you. Thank you for staying with us, and I look forward to a great June. I appreciate you all very much.